Welcome back, diecast collectors. Greenlight 1/64 scale. Some new stuff to look at. Two unboxings in this video. The Blue Collar Collection Series 2 as well as Running on Empty Series 2. Both new sets sealed in the box. We'll be opening them all up and taking them all the vehicles out of their packaging. As well as a look at all of these cool exclusive cars that you see before you. And one of my personal favorites, the C10 Chevrolet camper truck. That's also coming out of the box. Let's go ahead and start with the Running on Empty Series 2 and see if we can't find a green machine. All of these Greenlight collectibles are new releases for the summer of 2017. At this time of filming, we're in July, almost August now. A couple of these have been out for maybe a month or two, but these are the latest releases in the series so far from Greenlight. And let's see what we've got in here. 1967 Ford Bronco. We'll look at the packaging a little bit before we open them up. And the 1962 Dodge D100 long bed with toolbox. Really like that. It's got like a rusted flat finish on it. Very weathered looking. It's probably going to be one of my favorites right out of the box. And the 1972 Chevrolet C10 with toolbox. Texaco tampos. Awesome. And as we continue, a 1969 Ford F100 with bed cover. This one also features a flat finish. And we've got this exclusive just to show you close up. Same truck, also with a bed finish. We'll look at that one after we're done this unboxing though. Oh, and another Golf Tampo. Covered Ford Shelby GT500. 2012 model. Last one. Oh, the new 1974 casting for the double cab pickup with canopy. Pretty cool. Very cool. Looks like that piece comes off. We'll find out for sure once we get all of these vehicles out of their packaging. But before we do that, let's open up the Blue Collar Collection Series 2 for a quick check on what we got in this box. Then we can get all the cars open up together for a big sprawling collection of vehicles on the table. Oh, nice. Another Ford F100. This is the 1968 model. Flat black with this weathering effect, rust and chips all over the tailgate. Really going to enjoy opening these up. We'll also do a quick check on the back of the packaging for these ones, but already I'm just going to grab that other weathered vehicle. And you can just see maybe already what a nice job Greenlight is doing on their weathered effects. Really nice to see some weathered vehicles versus just the standard shiny show vehicles that you normally see from manufacturers of small diecast. And this is another one of my favorites, the 76 Chevrolet G20 van. Really cool. Love that metallic blue, white roof. Awesome tampo, so detailed. Oh, nice. Another weathered vehicle, 1967 Dodge D200. That's interesting. It's got a replacement tailgate on it, red. Big rusty patch on the hood. Nice red steely rims on it. Very authentic. And here's one for the newer truck fans. The 2016 Dodge Ram 2500 with salt spreader and snowplow. By the looks of it, it also has a fairly substantial lift kit on it. This is really cool. That's going to be a hard one to find, I'm sure, on the shelves. And a Volkswagen T2 Doka Double Cab. Looks a lot like the other one that we saw there. But usually Greenlight does have some small changes to reflect the different models within each vehicle series. So we'll look at those two carefully together. See what the difference is between 72 and 74. And lastly, a 2014 Ford Interceptor utility. This is a postal police. Postal police, eh? That's what it says on the door. Police gone postal. Interesting. So let's get all these things lined up. And boy, what a nice assortment of vehicles this time around. We'll check out the packaging real quick right now. Starting with the blue collar series, the artwork on these packaging is all the same. So if you're a little bit hesitant about opening vehicles, you should have no trouble opening at least a few of these. You got the basic checklist from the contractor's hand on the back with the old truck in the background of all 6 vehicles in the series. The Running on Empty series has different artwork for each vehicle based on which gas station the vehicle represents. As you can tell by the artwork, I shouldn't have to explain those too much, but on the back, kind of the same idea as the blue collar. You've got a checklist, collect the whole series, and all of them have the same checklist, just the color of the checklist varies depending on the color of the gas station, so not too much more to look at there. The interesting artwork comes from these more exclusive line vehicles, which can be found from various sellers online and on eBay. I don't know where else you would find them, as I live in Canada. I guess we'll look at the front of this one closer. 67 Ford F100. 100 years of Ford. And it's got some nice original advertising artwork, as well as a little blurb on the back, which you can pause if you want to read that. We've got too many goodies to take the time to read each one of these, so you'll have to bear with me. Here we've got a race team Mustang, and we've seen this paint job and tampo work on several other vehicles released by Greenlight prior, so it will sit nice with them, including an exclusive hitch and tow. Nice artwork of the actual Mustang. And I'm sure these will be very popular. Nissan Brie 46 Maijo exclusive. 2015 GTR. I've got one opened already. On the back, a little bit of race history about the Nissan GTR in its 6th generation. And yet another one here. This is a popular casting. Another, I'm not sure if it's Maijo or how you actually say that, but anyways, big company down, I think in California, that makes lots of different exclusives for different brands, or requests lots of exclusives, pardon me. Pretty basic background on that one. Then we've got the little truck. These little camper trucks usually, well, I shouldn't say always, but usually come in a box. I've already started opening it up. It's not sealed, and we'll just push that out through one end of the box, get it out for you. Now that I've got all the packaging removed, we can see the vehicles and all their shiny, cool details. Really nice castings. Greenlight does an amazing job with extreme details and quality. Lots of nice, authentic paint jobs and details on all the vehicles. Right down to defrost lines on the back of that Mustang. But best of all, this weathered effect, rust and mud on these big old trucks. Spare parts attached to them. And the scale, that's the best thing really. The scale is perfect. Big brand new Dodge next to a smaller old Ford. And these vehicles are all metal on metal. Completely die-cast with great details in their interiors as well. Very clear windows. So let's take a closer look at each of them. Starting with these two Dodge D100 and D200. Got the hoods open so you can see the engines in there. We'll get those closed now. This first one here is the 200. And check out the tampo work on the door. Grump Ass Garage. Really nice. License plates are same front and back. It's even got slight weathering on the roof. And the bed liner also has some signs of rust. This one has a flat paint job. Rusty toolbox on it. Rusty roof. Just terrific details. Even the bumpers are scraped up a bit. They roll pretty nice too, for the most part. And now let's look at the Fords. We've got 3 Ford pickup trucks to look at here. I'm just going to get them all together so we can look at all 3 of them together. Again, the hood's open on all these vehicles as well. Subtle differences on some of them depending on the model. You can see different levels of trim on some of the vehicles, different hubcaps. This one here I would say is my favorite just because of that weathered look, and I really like those old style hubcaps. The beat up tailgate. And that one, what does it say on the side? It's hard for me to read. Tupelo Grease Co. Tupelo Grease Co. Really cool. And now for this one here, also has a flat finish to it. Vintage style hubcaps. You can take these vehicles completely apart too, just by drilling out a couple rivets. The box is separate from the cab. Obviously the hood, the engine comes out. But without doing any work at all, you can remove these bed liner covers, plastic piece. It just snaps onto the holes. And actually, universal fit, give your old beat up weathered truck a custom look. That'll fit right on there. STP. And of course same with this one as well. Removable back piece. Really cool. While we're looking at vintage pickup trucks, let's check out these Chevrolets. Big heavy trucks. Long box on this one with the toolbox. Lots of Tampa work on it. Cool little details all the way around. This one is not weathered. A nice shiny Texaco truck. Although the hood is a separate piece, it does not open on this vehicle. Same type of vehicle for the most part, different grille, slightly different year. This one is the boxed version, of course, with the camper box on it. Check out all the different colored lights on it. All metal as well. Among my favorites, I gotta do one of those camper truck videos only because I've got quite a few of these. Every year they put out a different color of this truck in those little boxes, and you can collect a whole bunch of different ones if you're so inclined. On to a newer truck, the Dodge. This thing does indeed have a lift kit on it. You can see the aftermarket black axle put on the bottom with the big shock absorbers, the plow, and the sander where the hitch may go if it was a hitch and tow truck. But this thing has quite the stance. Rolls really nice. And lots of details on this thing. Right down to the little Cummins tampo on the side of the front fender. As I said earlier, one of my favorite castings from Greenlight. I remember when the first Vans were introduced by Greenlight, I was just so enthusiastic because really no one's done a van like this before. Great details all the way around. I'm not sure if I can catch it on the video, but if you look in the back of this van, you can see a very well detailed interior. It's not just a hollow shell, that's for sure. And here's another cool vehicle, a little Ford Bronco. Really like that one. Has an opening hood, but it's not opening too far because of the plastic roof. I don't want to force it, so let's just check out some of those shell tampos. Full service gasoline station. Properly sized tires for the vehicle. Really cool little Bronco to add to my Bronco collection. And while we're looking at Fords, just take a look quickly at this utility vehicle. in my opinion, they've made this vehicle a little too often for the collections, but if you like the newer trucks, I can see the appeal. It is really well detailed. Transparent headlights and tail lights and all the rest. It's a really nicely made vehicle. I just like the older stuff mostly. And on to some Ford Mustangs. What's your choice? Old or new? Really nice lines on both these cars. Detailed engine under the hood. Everything closes nice and crisply. This is a really sweet Mustang though. Love those wheels. Check out how the center rally wheels are, the centers of those rally wheels are charcoal. And rubber tires, of course. But there's those defrost lines on the rear window I was telling you about earlier. Great, great details all the way around. Continuing with the race theme, check out these Nissan GTRs. Really sweet details. Lots of sponsors on this shell racing vehicle. And the Brie 46. Let's take a closer look at this shell version here. The tires on it are awesome. Hand-cooked tires. And red and white lettering on them. Great set of vehicles side by side. Check out those painted exhaust tips. Now on to something a little different. These Volkswagen Vans, or pickup trucks I should say. Really nice details on these as well. The wheels are really cool, but the coolest part of all, you can remove that back cap, reveal this kind of cage thing. I don't really know what it's for. Must be the support for the canvas, I would think. So, canvas on, canvas off. The beige did come with the blue one, but you could put the beige on the beige one if you like. And this roof piece has a clear little window, painted. It's got some wrinkles in the tarp. Very nice, authentic detailed piece. I've mixed up the roofs here, but oh well. Kind of like it like that better actually. And the license plate on this one. Hydro Work, I guess. Or Hard Work. Hard Work. Hard work for the blue collar series vehicle, and VT gas for the Chevron vehicle. Really cool. But check out those wheels. They're really thin, but that's how they should be for a Volkswagen. They did not come with big fat slicks on them. So there you go. That was my Greenlight haul for end of July 2017. Lots more vehicles to look at. Stay tuned and happy hunting.